My dear friends, welcome to HR Resonance channel. Navaratna here. In most of the corporate worlds and in the working areas, terminology on PMS is taught, that is, Performance Management System. Today, I am throwing a thought and a presentation on Performance Management System, what and why. So let me share my thoughts, regular process as well as some of the special thoughts. Performance management is what? PMS is a systematic evaluation of an individual with respect to his performance on the job and potential for the development. Having seen what is performance management, then what are the aims of the PMS? PMS, it is to improve the management of performance and thereby increase efficiency and productivity. These are the two important factors. And it commences at the beginning of the year and evaluate at the end of the year as a normal process. Then what are all the principal objectives of the PMS? Number one, improve the performance in the present job and also assess potential for future job opportunities. Then why it is required? For the company, ensure that all employees are adding value to the job as well as to their performance. Then reinforce core values of the company, which is also important. Support the company vision. Next one is align individuals' objectives to departmental and company goals. Then encourage discussion and feedback between the managers and the employees. These are all the normal objectives why PMS is undertaken. From employees' point of view, provide them with a clear understanding of expectations. Identify their accomplishments and results. Determine employee skills levels and any developmental needs they might have. Then determine their grade and growth prospects. Then let us see from the point of view of managers, why it is. Encourage open employee manager communication. That is one of the best platforms. Identify and reinforce skills and behaviors needed by the group to succeed. Ensure that employees receive regular and appropriate feedback from time to time. Improve employee self-esteem and performance. Determine, grade, and assess employees' career potential. These are all for the managers and is also from managers' point of view. Having seen those factors, how it will help? Let us try to understand. To know the shortfalls with reference to the targets and objectives, it helps to know and assess on functional, technical, soft skill, and managerial competencies for successful performance like knowledge of business, environment, assigned functions, and other modifications, if any. Further, making business decisions, productivity, vision, diligence, and reliability, and systematic thinking and judgment, networking and communication also. And also it will help for organize and direct quality work efforts. And very important, inspire people and cooperation team player. That is the very important factor which help the PMS system. Then further, it also helps for the core values like fairness, transparency, trust, and candor. In addition, collaboration, involvement, and flexibility. Further, willingness to accept challenge and ethical behavior also. These are all the core values also it will drive. Then in that, Potential appraisal is one of the factor talked. There will be some potential employees. Why there will be some? In every man or woman, there will be some potential will be there. That potential has to be unearthed. That is one of the objective, because potential has to be utilized to the core and maximum. Leadership ability to build a strategic vision, business sense, then assessment of training and the competencies, development needs. These are all some of the potential appraisals that can happen. Then numerical grading will be given on factors on components like planning, monitoring, developing, and retaining and rewarding. Then what is all the process? The process involves setting the objectives, agreeing on objectives, and once it is agreed, sign off both the parties, periodic reviews, then annual review will be there, recognize and reward, and the most important part of PMS is performance review, discussion, and an agreement. So this is how the process of PMS all the time runs. Having seen some of these factors, let us try to understand why it is important. Recognize the accomplishments, then value contribution can be considered, recognize the strengths, feedback on development, action plan on development, understand the aspirations, and also the feedback on aspirations. That is understanding aspirations as well as feedback on aspirations. Two aspirations are most important and that can be considered. Then what are all the benefits? Let us try to know the benefits that are available by PMS system. Very important, documentation. Whatever is done, everything documentation, documentation. Then feedback, which is the most important factor because one cannot see their back. By that feedback, that should help and improve, enhance, correction, recorrection, whatever the required thing. Then directions, time to time directions will be available. Two-way process and protection, because everything will be recorded and it is everybody's fit in the system. Then employee development. So these are all some of the benefits that one can see in the PMS system. Then coming to the feedback, it is a mechanism which enables an individual to develop, improve, grow, and change. So that is why in each and every aspect, as much feedback will be there, that is always better if we are a positive aspect, positive in that. And one more thing, some of the thoughts are, so not in a PMS system, it is not a ritual or it is a routine. Ultimately, you should make that enjoy the work and feel. That is the whole idea of that. It should not become ritual or as a routine back. Enjoying is most important, everybody. Then measurement should not be, and another one is purpose, devotion, way you treat it is also matters, and better to create the purpose in the work. That is most important. It should not be as a ritual or just a target oriented, beginning, middle, and end. It should not be there. There's purpose should be created in the work. Purpose should be created at the workplace. Purpose should be created in the job. Then that will really go well. And it is job of the every performer limit plan but day. Why should we limited plan to the year or half year? Every day should be there, month, year. Use shorter acts as and when needed so that it is a day-to-day improvement. Why should be only for certain period? And also this should help by doing that acting and by day-to-day meticulous planning. Upward learning method can be done. Then and there only we can adopt. And role clarity to me day by day it will all come. That should happen by way of performance. Then one can enjoy the job as well as the responsibilities also. Ratings to be hatings. PMS should not be only for the ratings. Out of the PMS, what ratings I got, that should not be only predominant. And there should not be talked only about that. Rating should be hating. But what is the idea? People to enjoy work. and everyone take interest. Everyone should take the interest, more and more interest, and for that environment has to be created, and they should enjoy all the time. And objectives to be do the best whatever I see, and beyond the goals one can see, and see till to the extent of stakeholders, and ultimately in all these process bond building to happen in a company, employee, employer, boss, subordinate, system, bond should happen. So thereby by doing that, that will really enhance and one can enjoy. And PM to integrate people, but not to mainly differentiate. Only by rating we got so and so. Therefore, that differentiation, best, better, good, or bad, and unsatisfactory is not should not be only the criteria. It should integrate the people because its organization is a teamwork. All the total efforts are ultimately end in positive results. Everybody should be the contributor in that. It should be integrator and not it should not be differentiator. And measurement should not be there to threaten. All these measurements should be there, but measurement should not be for the threatening. It should ultimately for the improvement. Whether it is day, month, or year, they should help for the improvement, but not threatening the thing. That is what it will be there. One more thing, reward. Why reward should be only at the end of the year? Reward can be acknowledged every day. Every day, person may be doing the good. He may be enjoying the job and contributing the best, devoting, share thought, recognize, and build the strength. So that's what very important. So acknowledge. To give an example, at our home daily, are we not appreciating the food prepared by our mother, wife, sisters? It should be daily. It should be there. Why only at the end of the year or only during the festival? Then utilize the talent and enhance the talent, multiply the talents, and ultimately it should lead to the versatile function or multi-skill, what we say. From that point of also, individual as well as system should see. And also it should not be anything during the grading or when the outcome come, it should not be of emotional. Instead of emotion based, it should be devotion based. So devotion should be created. Once devotion is there, then everybody will own. They enjoy. Internal happiness will be there. And also improvement based should be there, and improvement based promotion should be there, and it should not be a commotion based promotion. Because of that, rating or grading should be there. Improvement based promotion. Then have a role set based competencies and performance management should be there. Stakeholders should also be driven by the performance management system and see the impact by way of improvement. Ultimately, what? Everything has to be seen by the improvement at the workplace at each and every level, and an individual and employee has to enjoy to the core and understand, contribute, communicate, expectations on role based performance to make the difference. So, role based performance is most important and not general performance. So, therefore, create role set based developments. So, all the developments can be thought in that way and that can be done. And also, no charge on KPAs or KRAs, but get into the activities. What accuracy, what speed, have an activity plan day to day, improvement on that, modification in that, optimization of that, etc. etc. Have activities based on that instead of routine, and it should not be mundane. 8 hours a day, what we are going to do, that is what important. How to use the time and resource, outline the activities. These activities based may really help and may create more enjoyment and add the satisfaction, and need not wait till the time boss and come. So therefore, make the time utilization and all that. How we are going to use that one is most important every individual instead of waiting all the time for the boss. And ultimately, my dear friends, one research study I read, it reveals the organization where there are passionate people, that organization will really prosper and that will be more productive. So therefore, ultimately, all these things should lead to a passion in the work. And this passion should lead all the people to become passionate about their job, about their goals, about their organization, about their plans. So once this passionate will be there, then everything will be driven self. Nobody need not driven. Automatically everybody will go. That itself will push. There need not be any pull for all that. So these are all some of the thoughts which can be thought of in PMS apart from our routine process. Then, having seen various facets and thoughts, what are the performance review is not or should not be? Very important. A tell situation by the manager to an employee, only year end or half year end, oh, these are all the things, this is how it will be there and all that, blah, blah. It should not be. And a secret report on the employee who never heard the messages before. It should not be any surprise to their employee. It need not be secret report. Earlier days it was performance confidential used to be there, but now it is everything is transparent to carry on the employee in all respects. Another name for a disciplinary review? No, no, no at all. PMS is not a disciplinary review. For that, a different forum, different context should be there. An attack on employees' personality, character, personality or character association, never, never, never. Only about the work should be talked, not about a personality. That's why it is said, okay, don't abuse the person, abuse the work, it is said. So, an attack on that front, it should not be there. Character assassination should never be done in PMS. And last but very important, definitely it is not a salary discussion at all. And one should not feel PMS is only for the salary. It is a overall total development, driving the message, driving the success ultimately by each and everybody. Ultimately, it is the organization. So these are all is not about, it should not be the PMS. That is what the thing. Well, friends, finally, one of the poem by Webster, it impressed me very well on PMS and balance sheet. I would like to present and read before you, though I am presented in this slide. Though your balance sheet is a model of what balance sheet should be, typed and ruled with great precision, a type that all can see, though the grouping of the asset is commendable and clear, and the details which are given more than usually appear, though investments have been valued the scale price of the dollar, and the auditor's certificate shows everything is okay, okay. One asset is omitted and its worth, I want to know. That asset is the value of the men and women who run the show. One asset is omitted and its worth, I want to know. That asset is the value of the men and women who run the show. Poem by Webster. Well, friends, I'm sure this balance sheet anecdote is really beautiful. It drives the message. Ultimately, what is said is people business, people business. Ultimately, the people should matter. People will matter. That is why it is called people are asset. It is called human resource. And everybody has to be driven in that. Everybody should drive with all the potential. That's what the PMS should be overall. Then it is a holistic PMS approach will be there. Everybody will enjoy. Everybody will be part of it. Then ultimately the objectives of the organization while achieving and individual goals are also achieved. Both all the stakeholders are happy. Well, friends, if these contents are appealing and useful for you, I'm very happy. Please remind to post your comments in the comment box about your observations and feelings about this thing. Please share to all your team, all the concerned, your employees, your teams, even the students also. And don't forget to subscribe to our HR Resonance channel. Further wait for our various innumerable different type of videos in our channel. Well, friends, thank you very much for your patient hearing. All the best. Good day.